Welcome, welcome, welcome. You already know what it is. Come on in. Come on in. The doors of the chapel are open. Come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are so glad that you are here joining us on tonight. You already know what it is. It is Tuesday night, and you already know what we do here on Tuesday night. You are tuned into the Praise Chapel channel. All right, you are tuned into the Praise Chapel channel. We are so glad that you are joining us. We are so excited to have you with us tonight. Listen, you already know it is Kingdom Sound. You are watching Kingdom Sound tonight on the Praise Chapel channel. Make sure you are connected to us here on the Praise Chapel channel. Make sure you are following us out there on social media. Okay, make sure you're following us at I Go to Praise Chapel. That's where you can find us at on Facebook and YouTube, Instagram, wherever you need to go on your social media and find us at I Go to Praise Chapel. Listen, make sure you're going to do that right now, okay? Make sure you're doing that. Make sure you tell somebody else to go ahead to I Go to Praise Chapel and connect with us. We would love to have you as part of our family. Listen, you already know I'm giving you some time to come on in and take a seat and join us for tonight. Come on in and take a seat. It's going to be good, okay? You don't want to miss it, and you don't want nobody else to miss it. So go ahead and share. All right, go ahead and share. Don't be stingy. Go ahead and share this video, share this live so someone else can come on and pop on, because you don't want to miss it and you don't want no one else to miss it. So go on here. I'm giving you that chance to get out there and start sharing. All right, listen, I'm trying to tell you, you don't want to miss this show. It's going to be good. It's going to be really, really good. Okay. All right, y'all already know it is your girl, Marcy Maureen, and I'm here with y'all tonight. I love being with y'all every Tuesday night, and I am so glad, so glad that you come every Tuesday to sit here and join us every night for us here on the Praise Chapel channel, giving you the best in kingdom living. That's right. Come on in, take a seat. Come on in and say hi to us when you get in here. We would love to see that you're in here and you are with us tonight. Okay, listen. We got a good one. Now listen, I'm trying to tell y'all, it's so good. We are gonna have all kinds of surprises popping in here. Y'all know your girl always give y'all a teaser. Okay, y'all don't want to miss the teaser, and y'all don't want to miss what else I might be giving y'all tonight. Okay, because it's gonna be good. Y'all already know it's gonna be good. If you've been connected to us at I Go to Praise Chapel, you already know who our guest is tonight. And I hope you are excited, because we are surely excited about our guest tonight. Listen, we got her in the house and we are doing it big tonight. We have singer, Pastor Dr. Sam Franklin in the house. She is one of gospel's like most commanding vocals. And I'm trying to tell y'all want to make sure y'all hear. Y'all want to make sure y'all getting this, because listen, she has dropped. Her album is here, is coming. Listen, The Freedom Project. Y'all, I'm trying to tell y'all, I have had the opportunity to listen to this album, and it is, y'all already don't use my word, amazing, okay? The album is off the chain, okay? Listen. I'm trying to tell y'all, get everybody up in this here live, because y'all want to hear about this project, the Freedom Project. I am so excited about this project and about having our guests here tonight. All right. So listen, y'all already know how we open the show. This is no different, and she has consented to do this on tonight. So listen, I'm going to take my little self quiet, my little self down, while we turn it over. All right, as we do the opening hymn.
Ooh, all I have needed, thy hand has provided. Great is thy faithfulness, O God, unto me. Great is thy faithfulness, O God, my Father. There is no shadow of turning with thee. Thou changest not thy compassion, it fails not. As thou hast been, thou forever wilt be so. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Every time we wake up in the morning, new mercies we see. And all we've ever needed, thy hand hath already provided. Great is thy faithfulness. Ooh, great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Oh God, unto me.
Listen here. Listen here. Okay, right. Like that was so amazing. Thank you so much. She's here. Sam Franklin is with us tonight, child. Okay. Listen, thank you so much for being here with us. We are so honored, so excited that you are here tonight. We are so excited that we actually are a part of this journey with the Free Project. I'm telling you, I am so excited that you're here to talk about this project because it is amazing. I'm trying to tell y'all, tell somebody to pop on this thing. I'm telling y'all, tell them to get on. Tell them they don't want to miss what's going on. Listen, we got to jump right into it because listen, we could be here all night with Miss Sam Franklin. I'm trying to tell y'all we could be here all night. Listen, if you have been around and you know some gospel music, you have heard this name, Sam Franklin. I'm trying to tell you, you can go on YouTube, you can go on Facebook, you can go everywhere, and you have heard and seen the anointed vocalist, Sam Franklin, singing. And oh my goodness, it is absolutely awesome. Like her voice, the anointing, it's just amazing. I know that's my favorite word. So let's get on into it, y'all. We got to find out because I just been like, need to know this voice, this distinct voice. Oh my gosh. So when did you start singing?
I started singing when I was about 2 years old.
Oh my goodness.
My father was a singer, so I always sang. So it was just second nature for me. It was second nature for me. And I never wanted to be a singer, but yeah, that's what I am. That's what I became. And so here I am some 50 years later, still singing and still doing what God has called me to do.
That is just so amazing. And so like, as you was going on this journey and you were singing at such a young age, when did you know that this was ministry for you? Like, you know, singing wasn't just, I'm just here, I'm just singing, but it was more ministry.
You know, it's amazing you said that because I remember when I sang my first solo, I was about 6 years old, and it was a Walter Hawkins song, Kumbaya, my Lord, Kumbaya. And I was at the mic singing it. And, you know, there's a part of it that goes into, come by here, my Lord, come by here. Yes. I was leading that for what we call the Rainbow Choir, right? So here I am leading this song. And I got to the part, somebody needs you, Lord, because it changes keys. So I already modulated in my mind, right? And so it says, somebody needs you, Lord. And I started crying like profusely. And I was like, there's something different about it. You know, wow. And I knew it then, you know, and I've always known it because of the reaction and what I felt when I sang. So my dream was to own a slew of hair salons, do makeup and clothes. That's what I do. But there was something different that I felt when I sang. There was a presence, when there was this sense of fulfillment. So I've always known that, you know, it was what I would do, not necessarily what I wanted to do.
Wow. Wow. I'm telling you, it's just so amazing to watch you walk and operate in your gifts. Oh my goodness. It's just absolutely amazing. So the question I guess we would want to know is like, does anyone else in your family sing?
Everybody sings. My sisters, I came from a singing family. Yes. Okay. I'm the only one that pursued it per se, I guess. Well, it pursued me, but I followed in my sister's steps. They sang in Chicago, and I wanted to be just like them. So a lot of the groups that they sang in, I end up singing in. And, you know, so it's something that it's in my family. My grandmother sang. It's the singing and the preaching is in the Franklin part of my family and my mother's side. So it's
Wow.
in my blood. Yeah.
Wow, I'm telling you, this is so amazing. And so, like now, as you are now you on this journey and you're singing, so take us to like you just when you started to do music, like as an artist. We know now we see you with the Free Project, but before that, take us before that, before you got to this point when you started in doing ministry more as an artist.
I have been in the one thing a lot of people don't know, they've been hearing my voice for years and probably didn't know it.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been in the music industry as a whole, period, all genres, since I was 17 years old. So we're talking about 37 years. I did my first studio session when I was 17, and it was an R&B session. And so I have worked and vocal produced and arranged for so many people and worked with so many people with BGV, Jill Scott, Kenny Loggins, Christina Aguilera, Heather Headley, Tony, the Hawkins, all of them, Tremaine Walter, Daryl Coley, so many people that I can name, the Clark sisters, Robert Randolph, Donald Lawrence, Take Six, the list goes on and on and on that I've worked with. And so I've been on the scene for a long, long time. And I have done features on so many people's albums, LaShawn Mitchell, Kevin Lemons, just everybody. But now, it's like, okay, girl, okay, girl. It's like, I have been prophesied to over and over again that I would record, that I would win Grammys, and I would do this and all that kind of stuff. And that's good and fine. But I told God some years ago that I did not want to record an album. You have to be careful what you say to God, because you can be snared by the words of your mouth. I said to God, I said, I do not want to record an album until someone can pick up my album and listen to it and physically be healed, emotionally be healed, spiritually be healed. I don't want to record until somebody can pick up my album and say they don't want to commit suicide anymore.
Wow.
I said to God some 25, 30 years ago.
Wow.
I did not know that my life would take the turns and the treks and the roads that it would for me to be able to be relatable.
Right.
So we got a lot of people singing about stuff they have not lived. Everything from that Free Project, I have lived, and not only lived, but lived to write about it.
Yes.
And then give it to the listener.
Right. And I think that's the one thing, and I might as well just like transition right over here, but that's one thing I did appreciate. I love about the Free Project. I love the introduction. Introduction. I love the introduction. And I mean, nothing long. It wasn't, nothing long, nothing drawn out, but it was like so to the point about being free. And so it's kind of like, so what drew you to do that introduction for this project?
It's so crazy because I wasn't supposed to do the introduction.
Oh my goodness.
Another friend of mine was supposed to do the introduction, and he's just a big dog right now in the body of Christ, and he's my friend and my brother. And so I was like, I said, Jamal, will you do my introduction for me? And he was like, absolutely. But with COVID and the way we're pastoring now, schedules, we just could not get it together. And so it was the 9th hour, but I mean the 9th hour, the day before the project, I had to have everything turned in. I was like, I heard God say, do it yourself.
Wow.
I was like, what am I going to say? What am I going to say? When I went to sleep that night, he told me, he said, talk about who you are. And I went in that studio, and that was because everybody knows, we do have parts that we overdub with that kind of stuff. And when it was one take.
Wow.
One take. And it was like, okay, God, and when that part about the emancipation
I was just about to say that.
From me to me, this whole Free Project, of course, I've been singing for years and years, and this has been 30-something years in the making. But this particular album, I have been writing forever. I have about 100 or more songs in my bag, and I didn't use not one of them.
Wow.
All of this stuff was written fresh. Yeah. Wow. Because of my experience, what I had gone through, and how I didn't even know I needed to be free.
Wow.
I put me in bondage. I had put myself in bondage. And so the first song, I Choose Free, it was like, okay, God, this is really not just for me, but this is for the world.
Yes. And you said it, because I was getting ready to say it if you did. And that emancipation, that part, I was just like, wow, like just to, like I said, just to hear it. It was just really, it's such a great introduction to the project. I mean, it was just really, really good. And I'm trying to tell you, like, if you all have not yet even gone to hear, please make sure you go and download, listen to this music. Listen, I'm telling you, the entire album is absolutely good. I mean, it is so good. I promise you guys, it is so good. You want to make sure you are getting this. You want it in your library so you can listen to it, okay? Because you're talking about being free. This is it right here. I'm telling you, this is so good.
Thank you.
Like we have a single. The single came out in July, right? Yeah. July that the single dropped, called "Set Me Free."
Set my feet.
Set my feet. I'm so stuck on. I'm so stuck on the free project, because that whole free thing is just
it all works together.
It's it, and I'm telling you, it's like that free is just, because you hear about so many people in bondage. So to hear about this free project, I'm trying to tell y'all want to make sure you are getting this project. But "Set My Feet" was the single that came out in July. It is such a good single. Tell us about the single "Set My Feet."
"Set My Feet" was actually the first song we chose for the album.
Wow, okay.
Now, we have been writing for the album. We came up with the whole concept of the album, and everything had to be a declaration about freedom. So my friend and brother, Jason Claiborne, he has been my little brother, an amazing writer in the industry. And Jason he's been my brother for a long time. And so I said, Jason, send me some songs. He sent me like 10 songs.
Oh my God.
But "Set My Feet" was the first one I listened to. And when I listened to it, I said, this has to be on the album. It had less music at the time. And I was like, I want this to be a modern day Lily of the Valley.
Wow.
But as the producers got it and it started forming, it was like, nah, we're going to leave this like it is, And so Jason and Tone Daniels, which is from the R&B world, he used to work with R. Kelly for a long time, Brian Bosley and Daniel Doss.
Wow.
They wrote it, and then it was like, after the producers had put this crazy vamp, it was like, nah, it needs a vamp. And I love vamps. And so I wrote the vamp to it, and here we are at "Set My Feet."
This is "Set My Feet." It is so amazing. And guess what? We're going to give you a teaser of "Set My Feet" right now.
How many of you know about the rock called Jesus? Come on, let's celebrate him for a little while. Yeah. Shaking in my failure, buried in the dark, when I didn't know how I was gonna get out here. Set my feet on the rock. Yeah. Strangers sang all around me, I couldn't stand my ground, but the King reached down to where I was. Set my feet on the rock. Yeah, he set my feet on the rock. Oh yes, he did. Set my feet on the rock. That he pulled me out of the fire. Yeah, he set my feet on the rock. I'm ready. Set my feet on the rock. He did it. Set my feet on the rock. I will not be moved. He set my feet on the rock. No circumstance is gonna change me. No worry gonna overtake me. This world is never gonna move me. Holy Spirit, take over. Let your kingdom come and reign. Let the walls fall down as we praise your name here. He did it. Said he pulled me. Said he set my feet. Yes, he did. I will not be moved, 'cause he set my feet on the rock. He's a solid rock. The ground is sinking sand. On Christ, the solid rock, the solid rock. Jesus is my rock. Anybody know him? Anybody know about him?
I'm telling y'all, like, that was just a tease. You better go and get This album, listen, don't y'all go nowhere because y'all listen. I might got some more for y'all. I might have some more for you. You better not go nowhere. Listen, go ahead. Y'all might as well just go ahead and start downloading this whole album right now. I'm trying to tell y'all, get it right now. This is gonna be so amazing. Now, wait, we gotta have a girly moment.
Okay.
Just a girly moment.
Okay.
Because you was fire on that cover, okay? You look amazing. You look
Right.
absolutely amazing on that cover. And I'm telling you, every time I see you, YouTube, whatever, I'm like, fly, okay?
Thank you.
So fly.
I am a very intentional person, so even my album cover was intentional. The black and white dress represents stripes. Bondage. So when you go to jail, the people had it on black and white, right? The kimono or the coat of colors meant that freedom. And so I put my freedom on top of my bondage, to remind myself that even though there was a bondage, I have something that covers it and I don't have to stay there anymore. The chains hanging from my wrist, they represent that same bondage that I had, but it's no longer affecting me. The chains are not connected to anything.
Come on, right?
The kimono represents comfortability. So get comfortable in this freedom that God has allowed you to have. I'm intentional about everything I do. I don't do anything. And so we took those pictures, and then I said, well, I'm gonna put on shoes. And then I was like, no, I'm not gonna put on shoes. So even during the photo shoot, I was stepping on the dress, and I was like, I can step on this bondage anytime I get ready. I'm not conducive to it, it's conducive to me. So we have to be intentional in everything that we do. Also, I didn't want to cause confusion. And I know I may get in trouble for saying this, but I didn't want to cause confusion to the consumer because it will be in stores. I didn't want people to pick up my album cover and say, now, what did she sing? I want them to be clear that I'm a representation of God. And so you can't get anything else from this album cover but what I'm giving you. As women and as men, we know what we have. It don't matter what size you are no more. We all have appeal, but you have to know where to put that. And an album cover in gospel music is not a place to put your appeal.
Absolutely. Okay. Listen, I promise you, she is giving it to us all tonight. Listen.
Cover that. Amen. Cover.
That intentional. That was because now that you put that together for me, you absolutely see that when you look at that cover. Like, because automatically it was crazy because black and white dress, the color come up, and the chain. So I'm seeing all this when I see the cover, and I'm like, wow, that's dope, that's sharp. But now when you say it, it's like, yeah, it's
freedom. And that
is amazing.
Basically, I wanted to say before you listen to a song that you are in control of your freedom. Get comfortable in it. And then it was on then the graphic artist JP, it's on the beach. So this free flowing water, it's a freedom is a flow. You don't have to be limited. Let it flow.
That's amazing. I hope y'all got some pens and papers out. I hope y'all writing some notes because this is it right here. Like, this is it. Oh my goodness. Listen, I keep trying to tell y'all, go and get this project because as she has already said, like talking about intentional, the songs on this album, the words in the songs on this album, everything is intentional about being free. Okay, so you got to go and you got to get this album. And listen, I promise you, you're not going to be disappointed and you're going to want this in your library. You want to be able to listen to this album all the time. You want to be able to have it on rotation. Okay, so you can keep yourself uplifted. I'm trying to tell you.
I'm telling you.
It's
an album. I hadn't had a chance to listen to it. Of course, I had the files, but listen to it in album form. I've only listened to it once. I started listening to it today, and the first song after the introduction is Faith, and it's a groovy song. When I tell you, I was down like I was listening to a hymn. Yes. I was down like I was listening to. I'm talking about my son was in the car. And it was like, this woman is crazy because I was in. Oh yes, because it's the lyrics, it's the message of what we need to hear in the place where we are in the world. We don't know from one day to the other, from 1 minute to the next, what is going to happen with our economy, with our judicial system. We have to have faith. The Bible says that the just shall live by faith, and if you see faith, it's not faith.
Yeah.
The Bible says that now faith is, the substance of the things, hope for, and the evidence of the things that we don't see. And then there's another place the Bible says hope that is seen is not hope. So if we see it, it's not hope, or it's not really faith. So we have to live in the unseen and know that God is going to do what he said he's going to do.
Listen, I'm trying to tell y'all, and if that was it, I'm telling you, when I listen to it, I listen to every song in order. And it's the lyrics. I mean, of course, you can get caught up in the beats because that's what we do. We get caught up in the beats. But when you listen to the lyrics, it's like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm a person who God allows, I can sit outside of myself and listen as I'm not even myself.
Wow.
So as I listen to the music on this project, it's just amazing. It's just the perfect blend of everything. I just saw one of my singers. He's in the room, and it was a joy working with them. Everybody, we've lived those lyrics, so that's why that live experience was so amazing, because we have lived those songs.
Yes, absolutely. So as all of the songs on it is 15 songs, so y'all listen. It's
not 15 songs.
Well, you got some
reprises.
Reprises on there. You do.
I think it's 10 songs and 11.
The reprises of songs, y'all. I promise you. The reprises are good. So I'm telling you, so the writing. Do you write as a team? How do you do the writing?
Well, I wrote one of the songs alone, and that's Blessing Me. I don't play, but I hear like I play. And in my church service, we had a church service, and we would do our church. My entire church sings like a choir. So, and we were ending "The Lord is blessing me," and I was telling them to stop, and they wouldn't stop, and it was like the Lord. So what you hear in the beginning is actually a sample of an actual service, and the Lord gave me the song. I was like, I was supposed to record something else. He said, write it yourself. So that was. I was like, oh my God. And once we put it all together, but I think there were others, the other 4 songs, or 3 songs I co-wrote with my writing partner and the executive producer and my co-executive producer and the producer, music producer, and my bestie and business partner, John Matthew Clark Jr. So we write together. For the most part, we come up with the lyrics first, or he'll come up, like, for instance, I Choose Free. We're having a discussion about a writing session. He, myself, and Forrest Walker, who is one of the keyboard players and also one of the other producers. And so we were talking about, what the direction and everything. And I said, I wonder what's going to happen. We were talking about our life experiences. We were all going through a similar situation. And I said, I wonder what's going to happen when we get in this room and start writing. And John said, we're going to be a bunch of free people.
Whoa!
That's what sparked the Free Project. He said, free from pain, free from the struggle, free from the torment in my mind, free from guilt, free from shame, free from the chains I leave behind. I was like, oh, that's cool. Right? Yes. I went to lay down, and God said, write the rest.
Wow.
I was like, what? And so that's, he gave me the bridge first. So we had the chorus, and then he took me backwards. He gave me the bridge. I'm not asking for much, for what's foreign to have. I'm not seeking for such of something I cannot grab.
Yes.
What I am fighting for is what I choose to be. And from this moment on, I choose free. Not to be free, because that's situational. I choose free, meaning it is now the climate of my life. And then after that, you say, what are you free from? Free from pain. Free from the struggle, And so we got into another writing session, and we were kind of laying it out for Forrest, and Forrest said, dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. And we was like, that's it. And so there you have I Choose Free. And really, there is so much great music on that album, but people are hitting me saying that I Choose Free is really helping me become free. Wow. And that's what I wanted people to feel, what we felt writing and knowing how that song helped to escort us to a lifelong climate of freedom, and not just a situation of freedom.
Yes, listen. Well, she done brought it up, so I'm going to let y'all hear it right now.
Oh my God!
It's a teaser, but I'm gonna give it to you right now. I Choose Free.
Whoa.
I am free. Yeah. Praise the Lord.
hear me. I'm trying to tell y'all, hear me tonight, and make sure you are getting the free project. You got
That's my mantra. I'm telling you. Because if people say if you don't stand for something, you're falling for anything. If you don't get free, you're not really living.
Trying to tell y'all, y'all have to get this. Y'all have to get this album. I'm telling you, these songs will bless your life. Like the music, I keep trying to tell y'all, you know, we get in with the music because we hear it and it's like, oh yeah, but the words of these songs, every song, wow. I promise you all, it is like heart. You can feel it in your heart. You feel it in your spirit. You want to make sure you have this album in your rotation, okay? Trying to tell y'all, like I don't even know what else. I can't. I'm just trying to tell y'all I can't. If I can tell y'all, if I can get it for everybody, I would, but I can't. Okay, but y'all go ahead and get it. Listen, okay, y'all already know that. You know, the blessing here is that you know, you have been able to do the free project, and you are connected to the Enon Music Group with this project. Oh,
go ahead. Enon. I love them. I love everything about Enon. It was a no-brainer for me. Being in the industry for so long and have been promised so many things by major record companies. I thank God I refuse to compromise to be on anybody's label.
Wow.
I refuse to do anything that would jeopardize my integrity. I don't feel you have to go over and beyond for what God has already promised.
Come on.
Just have to wait.
Yes.
I'm not, you know, I'm not, you just have to wait on God. And it's not easy, you know, but waiting on God eliminates the consequences. Had David waited until Uriah was killed because he was on the front line, he was going to be killed anyway. Had he waited, he would have had Bathsheba legally. He would not have to have his family line cursed. So I thank God that I waited, and now I'm with Enon, because it has been an amazing, amazing blessing for me. I love Pastor Waller and I love Michi. That's my brother. I am actually a fan. I'm not a fan of many. I support everybody, but I have been a Michi fan since I was young, since I was a teen. Yeah, and he's amazing. He's my brother, and I love him. And
absolutely. Yeah. And he's somewhere around here. He pop on in here, sir. There he go. Y'all listen, y'all know What's up, Meech?
What's going on? What's going on?
This is it right here, Meechy. Listen.
You're right about that.
The free project.
The free project. This is an amazing project. I'm honored just to represent Enon Music Group and honored that she thought it not robbery to let little old us do this record for her. I know Sam. I mean, I've seen Sam sing for a long time. We kind of know each other's story, and more than the music, I love her. I just love her, and she knows my story. I know hers. We kind of come from some similar situations of promises and things, you know. So for me, when we even started talking about it, I said, "You sure you want us to do it?" And she was like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "I want to do it. I want to do it," and I promised her whatever we needed to do, we're gonna make it happen. So I'm grateful. This free project, from the first time I heard it, I said, "Oh my God." All right, let's get this right. Okay, how we gonna do this? How we gonna do it? And so I'm just happy. I mean, saw the R&R concert, and
yes.
That was an amazing concert, and I actually got to see it. I was there, and I got to hear it and see it up close with John, and I mean, because I had only known John to be a bass player, but to see his talent on stage, to see his work, his body of work as a producer, good brother, love him to death. Humble dude. You know, I love humble. You know, so. This was a great experience, and we're expecting God to just really continue to breathe on this project, and and bless it as he already has done. And go get it. That's right. I'm doing a commercial right now.
Oh, get the commercial.
Go get it. Go get it. Go get it from your store. It'll be there next week. Next week, you'll be able to go get your hard copy. But in the meantime, in between time, go ahead to iTunes, Amazon, Tidal, Deezer, wherever you get your music from.
Google Music.
Yeah, let's go get it. Let's go get it.
Get it.
Let's support
Absolutely.
this young lady and her in this time in this music. This record will bless you.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Like, I can't listen to the record just to be listening to it. I can't do it. I can't do it. You know, this one of them records that'll mess you up. It'll mess you up driving. So don't drive and listen to it.
I tell you, Michi, faith wiped me out. I'm like, I am not supposed to be speaking in tongues on this Google song. I'm supposed to be shaking my hips. And I was
Right.
and Nico was in the car, so he was looking at me like, what the
Right.
but it is that lyrical content.
Absolutely.
And the music, I made a post. You got to have anointed Levites.
Sure.
This is not the season for musicians.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
This is the season for Levites. Levites were anointed to take care of the temple. And so if you got people praying for you that don't even know what's going on in the temple,
Right.
Oh, that was good.
And I can honestly say that the people who were on this team, John, Lance,
Let me say something about him. Let me say something.
Oh my God.
He is phenomenal.
Mm.
Phenomenal. I mean, I'll be the first person to tell you, I'm a keyboard player and I don't really like keyboard players like that. I'm into drummers and bass players, because I'm into the rhythm section. But this Lance,
he's crazy. He's crazy. And
oh my God.
I told Michi, this album, I'm so excited for it, not because of me. And everybody said, this your time. Honey, I've been out here for 30-something years. God bless my time. I just thank God that I'm still relevant after 30-something years.
Sure.
Listen, hear this, and have not had a #1 album. That ain't nobody but God. I ain't even had an album and still been relevant. So that's supposed to show you, because I keep myself in the face of God. But I'm so excited, as I told Michi, about the people that are involved.
Right.
Michi, because people understand who he is, but they don't really understand who he is. And Marcy, the Lord spoke a word to him almost a year ago to date about what God was going to do for him in this industry. I had no idea that I would be on the label. I didn't even know who he was sitting in my church. He came to my church with my label mate, Zach. I had no idea. So it's just to see all of this become full circle, and all of these Levites, Lance, John, get the recognition that they deserve because they are true Levites. I love where they can play and all that, but I'm talking about true Levites who hear what's being played in heaven and can replicate it on earth. That's what I'm for.
Yeah.
The music is you can tell. Like I said, you hear the lyrics of the songs and you hear the music. It is
people from all genres. John's brother Mark, who was one of the drummers, and then also my nephew, who plays with Kanye and quite a few other people. But he started in church, and then Stepman. It was like I have never seen a group of Levites. Everybody's giving out ideas, and ain't nobody like, I'm the producer. You be quiet. It wasn't that. It was everybody became a sum total to get what needed to happen done. And even with Lance, he came in at the last minute. The recording was Friday. He came in on Tuesday. He wasn't even scheduled to be on. He was like, I don't want no money. I'll do aux. And thank God for him, because this album is the completion of it was the brainchild of him and John Matthew Clark Jr. So I'm just elated. I'm humbled that people chose to be a part. I'm humbled that Enid even wanted me on there, because I'm a little radical. Now I got an elevator and it go all the way to the top, but I will get you while we pushing them floors on the elevator. So, it's like, it's just a perfect marriage. It is a perfect marriage of ministry, music, and gospel business, and how it's supposed to be done.
Listen, it's amazing. Go ahead, Michi.
Amen.
I'm so proud of Michi. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
That's my brother. I am so proud and I'm excited about what God is doing. And I just hear one word. I know I'm not supposed to do this, but I'm going to be me wherever I go. The word is redemption. It's redemption. It's redemption. It's redemption. You watch God. You watch. Your name is in people's mouths. Like, oh my God. Somebody just said, because I'm a multitasker, somebody just said, oh my God, Michi plays too? I didn't know. Now, what you need to do is go back and research. What he play? What? Oh, okay.
Yes.
If you go back and listen, you'll hear where a lot of people got their sound from. All right, but we're going to move on. What's the next one?
Yes. Listen.
Guess what, Michi? What I tell you all the time, I'm from Chicago and I ain't scared of what? Nobody.
Come on.
This
is true. This is
true, man. People are standing on your shoulders. And this is the season where they're going to have to admit it. We've been creating sounds in this world for years.
Wow. Come on, play this other song. Play this song.
Listen, I promise you.
Wait a minute. Somebody said Michi is legendary. Thank you. See, we naming the wrong people goats in this season. You can't be a goat when you ain't even 30. Man, you done paid some dues to be called legendary. Huh? All right, but wait a minute. What song we finna play? Because I need to know whether we can tissue.
Faith.
No, I can't take Faith 2 times in a row.
So
look,
I got a couple songs that's like really my favorite songs. Now, I Choose Free is on that list. But when I heard this song, Faith, we playing Faith, and then we go before we leave this thing, and we got to play the whole song.
No,
the entire song. All right, so I think I can get permission tonight.
Something bigger, right?
I can get permission tonight. I'm not even gonna say what the song is. Y'all already know what the song is. I need this song to be
what they say, because you are not playing fair tonight.
I know. Well, at the end, I'm the boss. I am the boss a little bit. I listen to you, but on this night.
Well, you play whatever you want to play. I just won't be here. I'll be under.
Yes, I promise y'all we can play the whole thing. We need to play the whole album. The whole everything.
I'm telling you, on this last song, I'm going to be under the table. And I'll see you guys next week.
Nuh-uh. Let's go and play this Faith song.
We're gonna play Faith for you right here. We got it for you right now. Here is Faith by Sam Franklin.
I need all my faith walkers to put your hands together out there. Woo!
Oh, yes, the just shall live by faith. Without it, none can please the Lord. By it, the elders obtain a good report. All you need is faith in God. All you need is faith in God. Everybody sing right there. Without it, none can please the Lord. By it, the elders obtain a good report. All you need is faith in God. Sing right there. Yes, faith in God. By faith, by faith. I live on mountains. By faith. Oh, by faith.
Mm-mm.
Right, you can't. Dang.
That's a good, it's a amazing skating song.
I was just getting ready to say,
So
I
good.
can skate to this. I love to skate too.
Yeah, me
I
too.
love to.
My knees don't like to skate no more, but I do.
Yeah. I can skate that song for a while. That's
Yeah.
a wonderful
That
song.
song. I love that song. I love that song. And it looks really good. Like I love watching it on the video. That like it's so good. Like
Yeah. We had fun. We really, really had fun. We had fun that night. That night, I was like, I think I'm ready.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what's amazing about people like her who have the gift of singing and the gift of performance. One thing I can say I love, what I do love is what you hear on the record, you're going to hear live.
Wow. Yes.
So, and not a lot of people can't do that. I mean, 'cause we have the, you know, all the technology and all of the stuff that we can do to make people sound good. But what you hear is really, it's her.
Mhm.
It's her. So that's one plus. But it's funny to me, and I wanted to ask. I've been trying to figure out situations like concerts or releases or stuff like that. You know, and she does this singing thing because she knows how.
Mhm.
But it was hers, and it was like, I don't know. I'm nervous. I want to do so. That's so funny to me because it's like you do this all the time.
Right.
You preach every week. You sing every week. You've sung on everybody's record. You've done backgrounds on. You've arranged the backgrounds on everybody's record, and now it's your turn. So it's like,
Yes.
go. What you mean? Go ahead up there. But yeah, it was great though because once she got up there, it was amazing and it was a good time. I mean, and while we were doing the video thing, the Lord came in too. We just had to have a moment of to bless him for not just for who he was to us. Bless him for the whole making of the project. Bless him for putting us all together. I mean, and while she was talking about, you know, the other people, that's what I'm really about, to be honest, is that we can all be a force in this thing if we just work together.
Wow.
I mean, we are better together.
Mhm.
You know, so I mean, I'm not scared to say, well, I can play, but Lance can play. So let Lance play. Let so and so do it. Let's stay in our let's stay where we're supposed to be and make one big great thing instead of trying to fight against each other.
Mm.
Take the credit for this and take the credit for that. That's so corny now. It's corny. And it's not necessary. So I have great appreciation for the band, and I saw it all come together, and it was a wonderful thing. And even in the midst of putting a business side together, it came together. You know, because I knew we weren't going to allow the devil to have any room in that thing. And you know, sometimes, you know, he tries, he really does, but at the same time, he can only do what you allow him to do. So, and we had already declared that this is the free project, so
that's it.
We're gonna be free.
We're gonna be free.
And collaboration is the new commodity. What you out here trying to do it for yourself for? It's enough room for all of us, apart and together. You know, we're only as great as the sum total. So, you know, this is probably what people will find out as I interview. This was what was so unique about this project is that we had a production team. So you had, you know, myself, I did vocally, but I had a vocal producer, you know, who I allowed to kind of come on in and let me see what you would do and how your interpretation of it, you know. And then the band, you know, they were a production team, you know. Sometimes when they weren't in studios, they were here at the house till 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning, adding this and adding that. Well, let's see, you know, because the album it was a live, it was live, and I wanted to redo everything. I was like, you know, and because I've always had a fear, and I don't know if Michi knows this, I've always had a fear of recording live because I had vocal cord paralysis. So there will be times when my voice will skip. Even now, sometimes it'll skip, you know. But I was like, you know what? This is who I am. And the real testimony is that God healed me when they said I would never sing again. You know, so we have to understand what are miracles. You know, we look at the woman with the issue of blood, you know, and we marvel at her touching the hem of the garment. But the real miracle was that she lived 12 years bleeding.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So the real miracle is I'm still able to sing when they said I wouldn't. Okay, I got skips. We all do. Either you flat or you're sharp or whatever. We all have, you know, vocal I like to call them vocal challenges, you know, and this is just who we are. And so that day, you know, of the R&R, you know, when I told Michelle, I was like, I want to do something because I'm a marketer too. I was like, I'm gonna do something. And then it was like, after I told him, he was like, I think that would be great. I was like, talking to myself, like, girl, what did you sign up for? It's gonna be live. You can't go back and fix it. You know, what if? But then when I got on that stage, I said, I'm here. And I know punk. So let's do it. So, and being able to recreate what was on that album, and I think that's part of our problem in ministry. Instead of just doing what's already been laid, we try to go into all this other stuff when we get into live. No, stick and be safe. It's okay to, you know, try some stuff, but be safe and do what's there because it's safe. You know what I'm saying? And so here we have, you know, this immaculate performance, you know, a mix of ministry and performing. And now I'm out here. I'm in the deep now. You know, I can't turn back and say, nah, I don't want to do. No, it's here and it's here well. So Michi keeps me encouraged. John keeps me encouraged. They talk about me real bad when I get in my way. You know, and I'm like, oh, you know, it's not going right. You know, it's like, girl, suck it up. Come on, put your big drawers on and let's go.
Right. But I think that's what makes it so authentic when you were up on that stage. You know what I mean? It wasn't like over the overdubs and this and anything else. It was so authentic. You singing about freedom, and even for the R&R, you went up there at the beginning and you talked about being free and emancipation and everything. So I think it all just what this authentic. You could just feel that it's so authentic.
Oh wow!
Part of being that's what touches. When you listen to it, I think that's what helped, you know, touches the spirit because it's like it's so authentic. It's like you just get drawn in.
That's what people have been texting and people have been commenting. It's so authentic, you know. And I'm like, well, what have we been listening to all this time? You know what I'm saying? That's what people are saying. It's so pure. It's so real. You know, because it's coming from what I've lived. I'm not, me to tell you, I'm a very transparent person. This is who I am all the time. You know, sometimes I have to pull myself back because I might say something I ain't supposed to be saying. Who I am, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, it's like, I'm free. You know, I want everybody else. You know, it's like you have some good ice cream, like Biscoff ice cream. You know, everybody loves Biscoff cookies. People want to travel just to get Biscoff cookies before they found out that they were actually in Walgreens, right? But once you find that now they have Biscoff ice cream and everybody's talking about Biscoff ice cream. So it's like you want people who have eaten it, want people to taste the same and feel the same thing that they did when they, I want that. I have received a level of freedom that I've never had before.
Wow.
Watch it.
That I've never experienced before in my life in church. So I want people to experience this same level of freedom that I got in my spirit. And then I can be free when I go to church. See, we depending on the church to do too much. This freedom I got on my knees with telling me, girl, you bound in this area. You don't even know what you like, you know. And so and I'm gonna say it because I'm free. You know, it took a divorce for me to get free.
Wow.
We don't like to talk about it, but I didn't know I was in bondage until that happened. I'm not ashamed of it or anything, because it's amicable. But it took for me to know, girl, you don't even know that you don't even like TV.
Right.
Because we don't know who we are. And so on this side of this century of my life, I'm going to live and I'm going to be free. I don't care what people say.
Wow.
I'm not going to be bad. Not on this side of this century. Oh,
Right.
absolutely. No.
Oh my goodness. Listen, I promise you.
Pandemic, and I'm gonna be bound. I'm already got to stay in the house, and then I'll be bound while I'm in the house. Oh,
Right.
I ain't gonna be able to do it.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm gonna live free, and however freedom looks for me and what God says freedom is for me, that's what I'm gonna live. And that's what we have to do. We have so long allowed people to dictate our freedom.
Right.
Make us feel bad if we're not free according to what they say freedom is. No, I'm not doing that.
Wow. Listen, speaking to the masses on tonight, y'all better be getting
Choose free.
Choose free.
Choose free.
Choose it. Because anything other than freedom is death. Choose free. And however that looks for you, choose free.
Listen, y'all gotta get it. Y'all got to get this. Y'all gotta get this album. I promise y'all. It's, again, the lyrics and I said again, it is very authentic to listen to the voice and the lyrics of the songs. I don't care if it's a fast song. I don't care if it's a slow song. I promise you will feel on every song. It's like this one too. Oh my gosh! That's how you go through the album. It's like, oh my goodness, this one too. I'm telling you, every song. It's so awesome. You guys, you have to get this in your library. I'm telling you, go to them digital downloads and do what you know you got to do, and you
do it.
Album. I'm telling y'all want this in your repertoire. Okay, you want this on rotation. I promise you. I was trying to figure out, like, do I have a favorite? And I don't. Like, I love them all. I was listening to the songs, like, oh, I like that one. Then the next one will come and I'll be like, okay. I think I'm all reeled in because it's so good. It's so good. Listen, go and do it. Like now, go ahead. Well, after the show, okay? Go and make sure you are downloading this album. You don't want to miss out on the free project because we gotta live free, okay? We cannot be believing in God and be bound. We gotta choose free, okay? We gotta choose free. All right.
Well, I was before you can choose free. Before you can. This song, and I'm gonna just say that this is something I learned. This has become my favorite song out of all, and I love all of them. But I was riding in the car one night, and it really hit me. Before you can choose free, before you can choose him, you first gotta believe. You gotta believe that he is. So I believe that before you can say, we always say the what is the highest praise is hallelujah. I believe you gotta say yes first. Yeah. So you gotta believe.
Yes.
And say yes before you can say hallelujah. You got to know what hallelujah means. So you got to believe who he is. And this I believe song, I literally, and I called. I said, Sam, I got this thing and pulled me over to the side, and I can't take it. I can't take it. But I think speaks to everything. I believe speaks to I can make it. I believe speaks to it doesn't matter what's going on right now. I believe I don't care what people said about me. I don't care who tried to stop me. I don't care what the doctor said. I don't care. All of the religious cliches that everybody uses, I believe speaks to this thing.
Mhm.
This song, I can't take it, but we need to go on home with this song. And we
I'm
need,
back now.
we need to play this whole song, because even at the end of the song, the old hymn of "Only Believe" comes on, and that's what really took me, that really killed me then. When I heard "Only Believe," all things are possible if you only believe. So if you don't buy anything else, and I'm not trying, we want you to buy it and all that, but hear this song.
Yes.
This song will not only push you to freedom, but this song will allow you to know that you can do anything you set your mind to, that God has promised you. We as musicians, as singers, as entrepreneurs, as people, we fall into places where we think things are not moving as fast as they need to, or they don't seem to be coming together the way that they should. Keep believing. Keep believing.
Absolutely.
Keep believing.
Yes. Yep. And yeah. Go ahead.
And to add to what Michi said, the reason that I chose that song, because I asked God, which songs to pick and everything. And when I heard that song, it let me know that there is nothing we can ask him for. That and I even say it at the end of the song, our belief is what's going to get us the promise, because you got to first believe that he is before you can believe in what he's going to do for you. And I think so many of us, we believe what our parents say, but we don't believe in God. We don't believe in the knowledge of God. And so I think when Michi called and he was like, he's done this twice to me. Told me up the first time he called, he said, "I'm not asking for much."
Yeah.
Or for what's wrong. And I was like, "Don't do this to me." And then the second time was when he called with "I Believe." And I think the lyrics of "I Believe," one of the singers who was also in the chat, I've seen a couple of Kingdom Love members here. He said the lyrics to "I Believe," we were learning it. They were like, "Oh my God, this song," because in a time, such as this, people have lost their faith. They don't know what to believe in. They don't know what to believe in. You have people who have not worked since this whole thing.
Right.
Lost everything. People pay their car notes and their rent and so forth and so on. And God has sustained us. It's because we believe that he said he's going to take care of us.
Right.
So if I can say to you all out there, listen, it's not hard. It doesn't cost you anything to believe.
Wow.
It doesn't cost you anything to believe. I mean, nothing else has worked. So why not believe in God? You know what I'm saying? In this season, nothing else has worked. All we have, and the sure thing to believe in is God.
Listen, well, that's it. We're like right there. We're going to end it right there because we're going to end it and give it to you on tonight. We want to give you believe before we end. I just want Sam Franklin to go ahead and speak to the people that are watching tonight. And as we close, just to speak to someone who may be feeling bound and can't feel like they can't be free. Just listen to what it is that she drops in your spirit tonight as we leave out of here on tonight. Listen, I'm not saying anything else. When she gets done speaking, we're going to put that song on. So I'm going to say goodbye to you all right now. This is your girl, Marcy Marmain. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much, Sam Franklin, for being with us on tonight. It was such a pleasure. Listen, again, make sure you go download this here album. You want to walk in your freedom. Choose free. Okay, we want to choose free. This is what kingdom building is about. Okay, you want to choose free. Okay, live in your freedom. Right? Yes, that's what we want to do. So listen, make sure you go ahead. Make sure you support the kingdom, support Sam Franklin and what her free project. Listen, we want everyone to go download this album. And again, listen to these songs, listen to the lyrics. The music is banging. Yes, it is. But listen to the lyrics of the song and let it just speak to you, speak to your spirit, speak to where you are right now so you can, choose free. All right. So listen, thank you so much for watching. Listen, if you can, make sure you are following Sam Franklin on all of her social media outlets. Sam Franklin at Facebook and social media. She's on YouTube. I promise you, everywhere you can write it in Sam Franklin, she will pop up. So make sure you go and you are following her and you are connected to the ministry that she is giving, because it is an anointed ministry. You already heard it tonight. It is an anointed ministry, and we need to connect with those that have the prophetic anointed voice. Okay, so this is who you want to connect. So make sure you are connected and make sure you stay connected to the Enon Music Group, because they're doing some big things. We loving our brother Michi over here. And we are so excited, and we are so excited to watch what God is doing for him. So make sure you are connected to Enon Music Group, and then make sure you are connected to us at I Go to Praise Chapel. We love that you stay connected to us and you are here and you're watching. Thank you so much. Again, as your girl Marcy Moraine, and I digress. And I want to give it to Sam Franklin as she closes out and speak to someone, and then we will be listening to I Believe. Make sure you stay so you can hear this song, okay? All right, I will see you next Tuesday.
Thank you, Marcy, and thank you, my brother, Michi, being here today. And thank everybody at Praise Chapel. Thank you, all of our Facebook viewers. I want to say that it has been a privilege and an honor being here on tonight. I just want to talk to those of you all who are in a season of doubt, and it looks like that God is not going to come through. I understand. I've been there too. I want to encourage those of you who have the way, and it looks like God is not going to do what he said he's going to do. I've been there too. But I want to encourage you that there is a place that God has designed just for us to meet him, to talk to him, and let him talk back to us. And that is called his presence. That is the place. Thank you, Holy Ghost. That is the place where he will meet you and speak clarity to you about your freedom. Listen, you may not even know that you're in bondage, like I didn't even know. It may be in the friends that you have. It may be in the job that you're on. It may be in the relationship that you're in. I like to say it like this to my church. If it's not producing fruit, then it's something that usually is keeping you bound. And so I want to encourage you tonight to get in the presence of God. Hold on to God's unchanging hand. I've been saying that almost in every interview. If there was something I had to say, I've been reciting the lyrics of the old hymn, time is filled with swift transition, not on earth unmoved can stand. Build your hopes on things eternal. Hold to God's unchanging hand. When we sang that long time ago, I didn't quite understand the lyrics, but I get them now. I even get the verse that says, trust in him who will not leave you whatsoever years may bring. If your earthly friends forsake you, still more closely to him cling. This is the season where we have to cling to God, and we can't cling to what we know. We have to believe in him so we can choose free. We have to choose free so we can experience overflow. I'm telling you, the songs on this album will minister to you wherever you are. There is a song on here for everybody that will minister to where you are. I encourage you all to get in God's presence. Let him speak to you. Let him love you. Let him heal you. And most of all, let him free you. Let him free you. Listen, I'm excited for you all to listen to this song, I Believe. If I probably will be under the desk because, I cry every time I hear it. So I'm going to turn it back over to Marcy because I'm going to get ready to get my little towel and tissue because it's not going to be good. But I love you all. Thank you all for having me, and thank you all for watching.